stupidity, or are we going to talk UFC coming to Orlando first?
Let's talk UFC coming to Orlando.
Okay.
Let's close out with stupidity.
Okay, stupidity
Hey,
coming.
I'll be ready.
Well, you've been ready.
Yeah, get warmed up.
I got to be honest with you, and no, it's not going to top the New York card. The New York card was unbelievable. A lot of great fights. Everything about, with the exception, I don't want you to, a grown man to cry, if, talking about Israel again. But looking at this card next week in Orlando, on the undercard, Tracy Cortez against Amanda Ribas, Darren Elkins on the undercard, Michael Johnson on the undercard. Your guy that's been on this program almost as much as Tito. By the way, Tito just moved.
Did he really?
Tito's out of California.
Is he in Florida now?
He is in South Florida now.
What?
So we are talking, and Tito will be coming to the pizzeria.
What?
How about that? So,
What?
Yep. Clay Guida on the card. It's every other Saturday, so you know what that means. Angela Hill on the card.
Yeah, every card.
The main event, and I don't like to pick fights, but I want to know who you're picking on this fight. Can you pay attention here just for a second?
Sure.
All right. Main event, preliminary card. Nico Price against Philip Rowe.
That's one of those fights I don't like either fight. Because I like both those guys. And I want both of them to win. So maybe, double jab, same time, both go unconscious.
Stop beating around the bush.
Well, but that's not a double win. That wouldn't be a double win. That's a double loss. So you want them both to lose.
Tie.
So you got to go like Belichick. Don't be friends with these.
Yeah, exactly. The main card. Your first fight, Eryk Anders, your former Crimson Tide, against Kyle DAUKAUS.
Your boy. There we go, your boy.
Next, Derek Brunson against Jack Hermansson.
Oh, that's a big fight. That's a monster.
I'm not going to even try to pronounce SERGEI PAVLOVICH against your boy, Ty.
TUIVASA?
TUIVASA.
Ooh, got me excited now.
RAFAEL ANJOS.
Are you going to do a shoey out of that?
Yes.
In Orlando? Will you do a shoey?
I never do the shoey.
If he poured
shoey.
it for you? Let's all do a shoey.
You're going to do the shoey with the goober?
Let's do a shoey.
What's a goober?
They spit in the
What's a goober?
Who spits the goober? They spit in the goober?
Yes.
No, it's just
What's a
pouring a
goober?
beer in a shoe. It's spit. It's like a
like a
loogie.
A loogie.
A booger?
No, a booger's
like
in
a
your
loogie.
nose. This
A
comes out of
loogie.
your mouth.
Yeah, like,
Oh, no, I'm using my own shoe. I'm not doing it on his
well, then
shoe.
you got to do it with someone else's shoe.
No,
It's gotta be
no,
the
no.
person to the right of you's shoe.
No, I don't
Hey,
know where
It
your
goes in
feet's been.
circular motion.
Exactly.
No.
I'm not drinking out of a shoe.
Oh.
Your shoe or my shoe.
Took out of my shoe.
Well, I'll drink out of my flip-flop because that's the shoe I
Yeah.
normally wear.
It's okay. At that point in time, I'll be a couple whiskeys down anyway, so I won't be too bothered.
So RDA against Bryan Barberena.
Wow.
Brian's been on this show. He is the upcoming.
He's a pizza guy. He's a big pizza fan.
He's
He's got pizza sponsors.
A few fights ago, I want to say 3 or 4 fights ago, the main event, it was a guy who he fought. It might have been RDA that he fought against, but he's kind of has like a little gut. He's a light heavyweight,
lightweight or light heavyweight.
light heavyweight. Sorry.
Okay.
We'll talk about it out there because I wanted to see him fight again. But anyway,
All right. Well, we can figure it out maybe during the next break.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll try to figure it out. And then your main event, Kevin Holland against Stephen Thompson.
I love that.
That's a big fight.
I love that.
This
I love
It's
Kevin Holland.
a great card for Orlando.
Do you know that they didn't even promote this card?
It's crazy.
It's sold out.
Because Orlando, I mean, they've done like Sun City Center down in like wherever Sunrise.
No, they've been to Orlando a couple times.
So are we going?
That's the plan. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, there we go.
I almost started cursing.
That is definitely.
Like, you're the alternate for the Derek Brunson fight, by the way. We put your name on. So we need you not to be as lit, with the whiskeys when you get to the arena. Just gotta ease your way into it.
Seeing as I looked up the schedule of who's fighting 2 hours ago, Bloody Elbow. John Jones opens up as betting favorite against Curtis Blades.
Yeah.
No brainer. Paul Acosta wants new contract before he fights Robert Whittaker. Sure. Wouldn't you always want to say that?
Yeah. And then we didn't even talk about the greatest highlight of my life happened Saturday, thanks to you guys. Thanks to you, Randy Harris, and our transportation driver, Steve Lene.
What happened on Saturday?
Hoist Gracie signed my original gi,
Yeah.
Caleb. My original gi that
saw
I got
that.
in
Congrats.
Brazil. I took the gi down. Hoist signed it. Chances of him coming to Tour de Pizza?
We've Hoist and I have talked about it.
It would be awesome to have Hoist and Tito here. We can like work out. We can do an ice cold plunge. We can like do the therapy because Hoist is doing the ice cold plunges.
Oh,
he's
you mean
into it.
You mean here?
Yeah.
No, I'm taking him to Domino's.
Well, we could do my ice plunge. My ice plunge is
Get him a real
mobile.
pizza?
My ice plunge is not mobile. But like that would be it'll be the greatest day of my
You are
life.
very disrespectful,
How's that?
and I'm going to let Paul Reiser know that. So you talked about Hoist,
Yes.
and you're talking about everybody else that happened this weekend, and you didn't talk about us meeting Paul Reiser on Friday.
Friday night cooking for Paul Reiser was an incredible honor. Like
It got better. If you would have seen him perform first, you wouldn't just say it was an honor. Paul Reiser, and he even mentioned, and I think we should take credit for it, he mentioned in his stand-up that he was the 77th, which you mentioned to him.
I found I did some Google searching while we were talking to him, and I found him ranked as the top 77th of 100 best comedians
Of all time.
All time.
How
So,
do you rank that? Though?
well, it's you have to be a comedian. And there's gotta be 99. There's gotta be 99 other people.
What stats do you have to say like, hey, I think this
Right?
guy
There's
is?
a number of requirements. You gotta have 99 other people. You gotta be a comedian. You gotta have Google search. But yeah, so I mentioned it, and apparently he used that material in his stand-up comedy.
He did use it on Sunday, and when I tell you he was funny, I'm willing, he's coming to Fort Lauderdale in January, and I'm willing to sit in Steve's car and drive down there.
I didn't know you guys like stand up. Well, funny enough, I texted our friend Ronnie Marmo yesterday.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, we,
Oh,
we
nice.
had a good little chat. But a cool show that me and the lady went to out here in Tampa. It's called the Don't Tell Comedy Show, and it's like a secret location, and they give it to you a couple hours before
like
the show
underground stuff.
starts. Yeah, and they have a bunch of people come up, and it was pretty funny. It was a good time. So if you want to do a little date night or something like that,
Well, I want to perform.
See, that's-
now I'm not going.
What are you talking about? That's you got to be careful.
I'm
so
great.
I want to invite you. I'm not inviting him, but a buddy of mine is also on. Is also on the top 100 comedians of all time, and he returns to the Tampa Bay
That's
area.
a funny list. I'm sorry.
Well, I said that he moved up a spot because Gallagher died last week.
The original Gallagher or the
Doesn't matter.
phony?
That's what I said.
No,
to him.
the phony one.
He didn't understand what I was talking about. But Russell Peters returns in January, so we're
Okay, I know Ross Peters. Yeah.
So we're going to go hang out with Russell,
and I'll open for him too.
and you're not even invited.
I don't even discriminate. I'll open
If
for any of those
Joe
guys.
Rogan ever comes to Tampa, I'm gonna need you to pull some strings and get us back there because I know he's gonna bring somebody cool with him.
Well, you got to bring him here.
There's a lot of things I got to do.
Yeah, because this is like the training
Doing
center.
stuff for you is not high up on that list. Joe's pretty good too.
Yeah, he is. I like him. He's funny.
I've seen Joe a couple times. I took my wife to see Joe once.
Oh,
Hey, humor's humor. I mean,
That's-
it's kind of like, Adam Hunter. If you want to go see somebody funny, Adam Hunter, who comes down south a lot, so when he does, we'll go see him, and he puts all his stuff up on YouTube. And he opened for Joe. No, he opened for Russell. I'm sorry. He opened for Russell out in California.
I love stand-up comedy.
I saw.
love stand-up
You gotta look up this one I saw on Instagram yesterday. It came through on my feed. It's a Spanish dude, and he was talking about how he heard some comedian talk about how Star Wars.
It always scares me when Matt's talking and laughing, so
how-
he thinks
yeah,
it's funny
but no,
already.
How Chewbacca was Hispanic, how he was Mexican, and he's like because he's mechanic, and he rolls all of his R's and he does like the Chewbacca voice. And he
that's
goes,
funny.
but there's no way. He goes, he's too tall to be a Mexican. He's like, if anybody in Star Wars is a Mexican, he goes, it's R2-D2. He goes, because he already has a Spanish name. He's like, R2-D2. And the guy killed it. You have to look him up. I can't do it. I'm not Spanish. I don't have the R's. I can't roll the R's.
I thought you were Brazilian
No, I was, but
I thought you were French.
and Nigerian.
no, well, I'm Nigerian now. I got to bring honor back to the country. All the kings have fallen. They need a new
Is
one.
there a place in Nigeria? So, like when you go to Brazil, there's the favela, places that you don't go, especially when you don't belong.
Gotta get it.
So, if the UFC goes to Nigeria, and you and I are going,
Yeah.
is there a place, if we bring Matt, that we can drop him off and he won't be there when
Oh
we
yeah,
come back?
I know a couple of places.
Okay.
Yeah, I know a couple of places. We'll just go over there.
Perfect.
We'll tell them we're going to get some street food, and we'll just get back in the car and leave.
But they don't even have guns over there. They like do the drive-by shootings like this.
I would love for you to go over there.
They got blow guns. They got darts.
Go tell them that.
I can outrun a dart.
Okay.
My God.
You cannot run the people.
I'm one of the people cheetahs.
It's like my favorite Denzel Washington movie, where he's the bad cop. What's the name of that?
Training Day.
Training Day. You know where
My favorite one isn't Training Day. It's Man on Fire.
I've never seen that.
Oh, good God. I need a list of movies that you need to watch.
Yeah, well,
There's a game that we play. It's like
yeah, we play a game. Name 10 movies. If I've seen 7, you win a prize. And only 2 people have ever won.
yeah, well, his sister won it 4 times already.
No.
We'll play that off there.
Okay. First of all, idiot, I said only 2 people have won. So
Your
she
sister-
couldn't have won 4 times.
But she won 4 diamond cruises. So
But of the 2 people, my younger brother is one of the 2 people who got.
Okay, I'm gonna try. when we get off the air.
Okay, so we'll do that. But kind of like in training days, where he takes the guy there and then he leaves him to get killed.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do with that.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
All right, let's go hit our final break. When we come back, I want to talk about stupidity and playing your way out of a contract in one of the biggest cities in America. So we'll do that and close out the show when we return. This is Knockout Radio, brought to you by 8 Man Strong and Staff Site. We'll be right back.